the one moment that stands out for me is the day we made our first million. I got the phone. Hello, my sister. Tukoze 1 million. Can you believe? Hey, Chichi Mwana Gwe. I was like, yes, we have made it.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm excited to have you back in another episode, in another session, and guess what? Don't forget to subscribe. Before anything, first subscribe and share the link. And today we are excited. I'm hosting one of the great entrepreneurs, business owners that I know in the salon industry. I happened to meet Jackie a few years ago, and I think it was in a certain class where we're all out there trying to seek for knowledge, you know, that journey of growth, and we're trying to be better people. And there was something different about her, the passion that she had, trying to be better, asking questions, seeking all this knowledge. And from that day onwards, we kind of became friends, and we've walked quite a journey together. And today I'm bringing you the best, the la creme of the la creme in the salon industry. She has a story to tell, and I'm sure that if you tune in and you get to listen, there is a thing you're going to learn from her or two. A story of resilience, a story about mentorship, and there is something about her that stands that I would want you to get from her. Her name's Jackie Namlondo. She's the CEO, she's the owner, she's the founder of Hands of Ma. I'm sure if you stay in Chira along that road, it is the salon that stands out. It is the salon that you need to go to for you. So let's take it like that. Jackie, we are excited to have you on Diaries of an Entrepreneur. Thank you for allowing us to host you.
Thank you, Sandra. I'm glad to be here, and I can't wait to share with you my journey in the salon business.
In the salon business. Some of them, I think on TikTok or somebody call her Antie Saloon. She has those series where she gets to tell about the salon experience, the lessons, the way they are. You need to follow her on her handle. So Jackie, who is Jackie Namlondo?
Yeah, I'm Jackie Namlondo. I'm a Christian.
Oh yes.
I'm a mother. I'm a wife. And I'm Antie Saloon.
So Jackie, tell us, how does your salon business journey begin? What inspired you to actually do the business that you're doing today? How did it all start?
So while I was at campus, Chambogo University, I started working with my auntie at her salon, Sinansana, Ukomero 7 Sisters. It's called Transpa Salon. So that is where I began my salon journey. I was in year 2. But because I was at university, I always had this hope that I would work as an accountant. So I worked as a receptionist / cashier / manager for her salon. And during that time, when I graduated, I started looking for jobs. I looked for jobs.
Job hunting in Uganda.
So it is during that time when I realized that, hey, actually salon is business. It's not. At first I used to take it as something but then I realized that people really make money. It can be someone's business. They work with passion, and it helps them make money to look after their families and all that. So that is when I picked interest in opening my own salon.
So how does Hands of Ma start? You leave Auntie's place, you go look, you wake up one morning, you're like, I'm leaving Auntie's place. Do you tell Auntie I'm leaving? How do you get the location? We're curious to know, how does Hands of Ma, how did you get the business name? Why Hands of Ma in all things? How does the story start?
So it is in 2017. I worked in salon, but I always felt like ladies are very difficult to handle. So when I got that vision of opening my salon, I wanted to do something simpler, which was a barber shop. So initially we started as a barber shop because a barber shop is easy to manage, and we called the salon Blush. It was Blush Saloon. For the location, we first worked in Chiwatule. Then we relocated from Chiwatule to Chira, our current premises where we are. And for some years, we were still calling ourselves Blush until I felt compelled to move with a name that stands out, that can communicate what Hands of Ma is, what communicates what we really do in our salon. How I came up with the name Hands of Ma, I realized all of us, despite being adults, who is the first caretaker of a person? Who takes care of a person? The mother.
The mother.
So Ma stands for mama. Everyone needs to be cared for, just like a mother cares for their child. So at Hands of Ma, we ensure that whether you're a man, a woman, a child, we pamper you just like how a mother would pamper for their child. So that is the story behind the name, Hands of Ma. The hands of a mother, the ones that
Touch my beautiful hair.
beautiful hair, work on your face. So, and every person who comes to work with us, we tell them about our core values and our why we are Hands of Ma. Yes.
So if you want to be pampered, if you want to get that motherly love, you know where to go. Hands of Ma is the place for you to go. Jackie, they say in Uganda, not even in Uganda alone, but globally it is known that being an entrepreneur is hard, being a business person is hard. How has your entrepreneurship journey been? How has it shaped you? Has it been an easy one? Has it been a hard one?
Entrepreneurship is not easy, but I would still say it's not hard if you expect it to be hard, because nothing that is meaningful is easy. That is the truth. So you have to approach it when you're well aware that it will be hard, but I know God will see me through. God will enable me overcome all the obstacles along the way. So I used to face those obstacles. I still do, but I always know that I will overcome them.
What has been your biggest obstacle since you started the business? Since you got into the business world, what has been your biggest obstacle?
So the obstacles, there are quite many.
Quite many.
People management, managing salon workers is not easy. I believe my fellow salon owners can confess to that. But I believe personally, my biggest obstacle was the lack of belief in myself. I always kept in a shell, hiding behind people. I think because I was very small, so clients would ask, who is the owner of this place? I kept on saying, it's my auntie. I didn't want people to know that I'm the owner of the salon. At the back of my mind, I would say they would minimize me. They would not take me serious. So I felt comfortable being called the manager. So that kept me behind until I said, what could possibly go wrong? So here I am.
So you made a choice to stand out and
Yes.
own your brand. How has that been, owning your brand? How does that feel, that you stand up and actually own your brand and you're like, I'm done? The day you made the choice to stop feeling so small about yourself and feeling pity, and you're like, this is my brand, why not own it? How did that make you feel?
It makes me feel good because at least now I get very many people who ask me to give them advice. I've actually helped very many people to run their own salons, to operate them in a more organized way. So it makes me feel good that I finally came out to express myself, to be the face of my brand, because I've built it for years and years. I mean, why not?
How is brand builder?
Very hard. It's very hard. But
Tell us.
I think if you just be yourself, you don't pretend, because very many people ask me, why do you call yourself Antie Saloon? Antie Saloon is a local name, but I've been in salon for 13 years.
Wow,
So
that's quite a long time.
if it is local, then
As long as it is
So
feeding.
it is me.
That's how to put down on anything. As long as it's
Yeah.
putting food on your table, as long as it is paying you, I think that's the most important thing. Because most of the times we look down on things. I can't do that. I can't call myself that. Things like that. But at the end of the day, the things we are doing the things we are shying off from are actually the things that give us money. I keep telling myself, as long as I'm smiling all the way to the bank, even if you give me a toilet to clean, I would gladly do it because the end goal is money. The end goal is money. Tell us, when you introduced yourself, you told us that you are Christian. Christianity and business, can the two be separated? God and business, can the two be separated of? And I call a business,
I tried running a business. When we were starting, I was prayerful, but not so prayerful. So I've done business without so much prayer, and I've done business with so much prayer. I would recommend prayer. I would recommend.
You'd recommend prayer any day,
Truthfully,
anytime.
the only thing that can keep you going is talking to God. There are things that you go through and you feel like this, I'm going to be done with this. This has just come to finish me. But once you get on your knees and you ask God to take over, to take control, then there is a sense of peace that you get amidst all the chaos, in a sense that even your teammates will wonder, hey, what is happening?
We are going through this and
We're going through this and this one is well composed. So God, you cannot separate Christianity, truthfully. You cannot separate prayer. I will not say Christianity because we have also Muslims who run their successful businesses. You cannot run a successful business without prayer.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Okay, Jackie, you talked about having that inferiority complex and you were looking down on yourself. How did you beat that? Because I've dealt with people, I've dealt with also very many business owners. They have the potential to stand out. They have the potential to build actually big brands. But for some reason, they don't believe they can. They believe that they don't have the potential to, even when they have the potential to. For you, what was it that changed the story to be like, okay, I'm done feeling this way. I'm now going to stand out. I'm going to be bold for my business. What exactly changed?
So my dreams were or are up here. But my behavior was down here. And I kept on doing the hard work, putting in the effort and every improvement, but I would go like here, then go back down. Move up here, then go back down. So I kept on wondering what was limiting my growth to where I want to be, where I see this salon going, until I sat down and reflected on the way I'm living my life, how I had been blaming everyone around me except myself. So I sat down and realized, okay, I am the problem. And if I am the problem, then I can definitely be the solution. Because I had tried talking to different people. I met very many people, by the way. I've met very many people to
Looking for
help
solutions.
me, yes, to help me grow my business. And nothing was changing. So until I realized that now I have to fight for myself. If I want this, no one else is going to help me with it but myself. And that is how I began changing. Okay, I came across some stories of people who had gone through worse than I was crying over. Way worse. So I realized, hey, I can do this. If she can overcome that and become a champion like this, then so can I. And that just motivated me to do what? To come out of the shell.
To come out of the shell and be a better person.
Yes.
Let's talk people management. You have more than 15 staff, right?
Yes.
Waking up every day, you have your clients, because your industry is basically people management. Now you're dealing with your clients, and clients are quite, who can be hard. Then you're dealing with your staff members. on a daily. That means you get to interact with more than 20 people plus on a daily. How do you do that? Your staff members, your clients, this and that. How is it going with people management and people interaction and all that?
I would say there is no trick because truthfully, me, what I believe is just love people.
Love.
Love people the way they are. Whether they do you wrong, whether the previous one did you wrong, just show them love, truthfully. Like I see a lot of social media people saying, love who loves you, do this, but I believe if actually that all the people who have worked at my salon can testify, I just show you love. I'll take care of you. Your problems become my problems. The client's problems become my problems. If let's say a client has lost a relative, if that person is
A regular client.
a regular client, no, not a regular client, but
Real.
if that is if a loyal client of ours lost a relative, I have to go for that burial. If a client gives birth, I have to make a call, even send them money, or visit you at home after giving birth, truthfully. So, me, I just give people love. I just show you love, take care of you, and then
Business owners.
whatever you do to me is up to you. It is not my problem because
Business owners, that's quite, I know that saying where they say that you can be doing business and then your clients end up becoming your friends. But I'm just wondering, I think for me, I find it a bit overwhelming. I'm going to speak on my behalf, not her behalf. I find it a bit overwhelming because I can hardly manage my own social circle, like keep up with it. This one is dead, this one has given birth, this one this and this. At times I find it so overwhelming. So I can imagine I have all these clients because you don't have small clients, you have quite a number of clients. And I can imagine I have to keep up with even 50% of the clients that you have to keep up with. Isn't it a bit overwhelming? Doesn't it tire you emotionally?
of course it's tiring, but remember there are very few clients who can open up to you and tell you about their life. So not all the clients. You will not find out about all the clients or majority of them, but just the few who tell you about maybe I gave birth, or you can even be seeing a person who has given birth. So you may not go there, but you'll give them something small to tell them, Kulika baby, dear, thank you for supporting us. This is our small gift for supporting us. Then for the staff, you're always interacting with them. So definitely, because now if, let's say Sandra's child is sick, they will not report to work. So that you have to take care of Sandra's as well. You give them a call. How is the child? It is as simple as that. Even if you don't go to visit the child, you just ask, how is the child doing? Are they fairly enough? Will you be able to work tomorrow, or you need some few days off to take care of that child?
How do you
Just
manage
as simple
that?
as that.
Because, I mean, human beings, we are human beings. And at the end of the day, there are people whom you give that privilege, and trust me, they will abuse it. You're getting it? They will abuse it. You'll tell them, oh, I know she'll give me an off. I know if I call this, they'll give me an advance. I know they'll get like a bonus. You're getting it? So people at the end of the day, I've dealt with people, and they tend to abuse that. How do you make sure that you're not taken advantage of as a business owner? You're not, I don't even know how, but how do you make sure that you're not really taken advantage of as a business owner? That these people, actually, especially your staff members, are not really taking advantage of your kindness and generosity to them?
First of all, you have to be kind, but not nice. You have to draw a line between being kind and being nice. Kindness is what you give someone who truly deserves it. Being overly nice will make you be taken advantage of. So I make sure I'm firm. I know where my kindness stops. And another thing, if someone feels like my kindness, they want to take advantage of my kindness, it's up to them. It's their problem. because I'm not kind to you because I want anything from you. I'm kind to you because of who I am and because of the God I serve. So if you take advantage of that, it will be your problem. So me, I do my part. How you receive it or how you take it is none of my problem, truthfully. None of my problem to worry about. Because I know I'll receive the rewards from God, not from you. So I don't expect any rewards from you or anything. But I know God sees what I'm doing. And even when you leave, even if you go out there and you say, oh, yeah, what, she was bad and all this, still, the person who knows the truth, where is that person?
Jackie, you're too nice. How do you handle, let me say we are friends. We are friends, and well, we've seen scenarios in businesses. I get to interact with a lot of business owners, and we've seen scenarios in businesses where you're friends, and when I come to your salon, I want to mix up that friendship a little. Let me say my hair is supposed to be like 200,000, and I expect you to charge me like 100. Or let me do my hair and get as a syndicate. You know those things, eh? Because most of our friends abuse our businesses, and that is something that we get to experience. Have you faced scenarios like where your friends have overstepped boundaries in your business, and you being the kind person that you are, you saying that you're that nice kind of person that you are with a warm heart and spirit, have you been able now to put your feet on the ground and be like, not with my business? How do you handle scenarios like that? You've not experienced it?
I've not experienced it because most of my friends actually, anyway, I don't have very, very many friends, but most of them have been supporting my business. And those who are not able to support have been recommending friends. Whoever asks, they tell them to come and visit our salon. Actually, they have been really marketing the salon right from inception. So I've not had that case. And I also try to charge them less because they already recommend what? They recommend people to the salon. So at least if you give them like a small discount, it doesn't hurt. And they pay.
I was really doing my hair. I think I would be a client, then I get gifts, then I get to recommend people and get discounts, but unfortunately I can't recommend. But
truthfully, like I have contacts. I'll give an example of my friend called Saba. I have, so Sandra client Saba, client Saba, client Saba, Jackie client Saba. You have over like 20 contacts of people who are recommended by one person. If that person is coming to the salon and they say a service of 60,000, charge me 50K. I think it's right. It's proper to give them that kind of discount.
I'm also going to recommend guys come and do hair so that I also get. But I don't do my hair, so I would. But nevertheless, I will try to recommend clients. Jackie the mother, Jackie the wife, Jackie the business owner. Don't you carry Jackie the business owner home? Then already you're carrying Jackie the mother to the salon. The fact that the salon is called Hands of Ma. But how do you balance the whole thing of being a mother, a wife, business owner? Because at times you could find that other days, I'm going to take for instance in December. In December, everyone is doing hair and nails. Then in December, family expects you to be there, to be the wife, like it's holiday time. Business needs you. This is calling, and then there is Jackie the daughter, there is Jackie the friend. How do you mitigate and handle all this at once?
Okay, I really don't know about other business owners, other women in business, but on my side, the greatest asset is having a supportive partner and a very supportive aunt at home. So,
very right.
and the one who takes care of my children at home. So at least she helps me to balance. When I'm at work, she's taking care of the children very well. And when I'm at home, we cooperate and handle everything properly with them. So,
supportive system has. The supportive system has been a game changer for Jackie.
Yes.
And when they say, I keep telling people, when you marry wrong, you're gone. When you marry right, your dreams really become fulfilled. For Jackie's, why Jackie's life is a bit easy, it's because she was able to marry right.
But
Hey,
that-
mama.
So singambye auntie singambye mwami.
So, Jackie, tell us, what has been your most proud moment as a business owner? That you felt like, yeah, the most proud moment as a business owner that you felt like business has either paid off, not even just paid off, but I'm glad I did business. I'm doing the business I'm doing, but not any other path. Tell us, Jackie, what has been the greatest support for Hands of Mom?
The greatest support, I believe, are the staff. Hands of Mouth wouldn't be what it is without supportive staff, because the staff are the biggest challenge in saloon business. So I credit our manager, the supervisors, and the rest of the team for doing a tremendous job.
The longest staff member is how long?
Is 7 years.
Oops.
Yes.
Wow. These days for the salon owners, it's really so hard to keep a staff member for more than 7 years. Whoever you are, 7 years, we send our regards and we appreciate you.
Proud moments. Or money now in business, as you're celebrating, something comes up, takes you back to ground zero.
But there is that
But-
one moment.
So the one moment that stands out for me is the day we made our first million. I got the phone. Hello, my sister. Tukoze 1 million. Can you believe? Hey, chichi mwana gwe. I was like, yes, we have made it. So I was so happy. That was Christmas of 2018 when we had just relocated to Chira.
So Christmas was nice.
Yeah, Christmas kamane.
Christmas was nice.
Yeah.
Jackie, most entrepreneurs, is business money your money or your money is business money? Huh? It's business money your money or business money is business money? These things, these generosity budgets of someone has given back, do you give out of pocket? Is the business the one financing? How do you separate yourself from the business?
When we had just started, I used to be those usual the normal business owners where owempala iseo, I need that kapale. Owebinyebwa, ataga okulyako binyebwa. So until I got some coaching, Newton Buteraba has really been pivotal in my business journey. He has been giving me advice on how to operate my business. So he has taught me since 2017. I've been talking to him on several occasions. So he taught me how to separate business money from my personal money, and it has helped me grow the business.
It's been a game changer.
Yeah.
What would you tell someone of this note? Who is business money is her money is business money? What advice would you give them?
The advice I would give them is to open an account so that they can bank their business money there, and then to pay themselves a salary, not just giving yourself like a small salary. When you give yourself a small salary, you'll find yourself still taking from the business money, but you give yourself a reasonable salary that will enable you to take care of all your needs, and then separate that account where you keep your personal money from the one where you keep your business account.
Jackie, are there moments you felt like giving up?
Several.
Like you sit down and you're like, hey, la, business again, what am I doing? Those moments, because most entrepreneurs I get to interact with, there's that moment when you get to a point and there is a lot of self-doubt. So much. Even the big entrepreneurs that have really made it, they tell you there are moments they weren't sure what they were really doing. Is it the same for your case, that there are moments you're like, what am I doing?
I don't think there is an entrepreneur who hasn't faced that. If they are there, ajja tubulire. Because I did what? I actually called my auntie and told her, I'm so done with this. I'm tired. I'm so tired. So she told me, you can keep trying. It is possible. I also thought about selling my salon, but I kept going and see where I am. So she's the one who really motivated me to continue, but I had actually told her, I'm going to sell the salon and come back to work that side. Yes.
Wow. You were giving up your freedom to go back to being, I don't want to call it a slave, but working for someone.
Yes. And Banange, when you're selling your business, people who buy businesses, you look at the money you put in and the money someone wants to give you, sincerely speaking. Also that, just the fact that people were giving money and
do you know where? How much hard work I've put? Do you know what I'm doing to do this brand?
That is what kept me pushing.
Are you glad you never gave up?
Very glad.
Jackie, being a woman is hard. Eh? They say a woman can go through like 10 emotions in a month. We are women. We are emotional. Yeah. Today you're feeling this, and next day you're feeling that. Towards that time of the month, you're feeling a certain way. Like our emotions change day and night. How you sleep is not how you wake up, and it's typical of women. I mean, we are women. So have you had that emotional thing and emotions and business? How tell us how you've been able to separate that. Have you been able to separate the two? Have you outgrown your emotions? Do you have like that? They call it emotional stability. How is it going for you?
If I talk about how emotions have almost ruined that business, then we shall take the whole day.
We have the whole day and a cup of tea.
But to cut the long story short, if you manage your business with emotions, you can't survive for a long time. It will work for some time, but then you'll end up on the floor, you'll end up crying. Since people know that I'm very kind, they take advantage of that. So I would increase people's salaries with emotions. Make purchases with emotions. You go to buy something and you're like, you don't bargain. So that is how I was driving the business. But at the end of the day, it wasn't serving me right. So I had to get some emotional intelligence so that I can do better, especially for myself and for the business at large. Because if I don't help myself do better, learn better, then the business was going down, truthfully. Yes.
You were just increasing people's salaries, right? You still increase people's salaries. Maybe I could come and get a job. Or how do I do? Okay, I can be an admin. Maybe I can learn how to play it. Maybe I could sit at the reception and smile, and then my salary would just increase just like that. How did you beat that? And at what point did you realize that actually this whole thing of working on emotions was taking a toll on you? Is there anything major that stood out to you, like, why am I paying that person like a 1N? Why am I doing this? Is there anything major that kind of stood out for you and hit you back?
It was just like you said initially in the interview. You said people take advantage of kindness. So once you know when it is deeply rooted in you, you don't learn. The first thing happens to you, you don't learn from it. The second thing, like that. So it's until, I wouldn't want to say this in public, but something really happened that woke me up and showed me that, okay, you want to take this route, but if you're behaving this way, then definitely you'll just go to this route that will take you down. So, and I looked at the number of decisions I've been making with emotions that kept on taking me behind. And I realized if I'm to go ahead, then I have to be firm I have to be serious, to get serious with people. And if you're telling me I cannot help everyone. If you're telling me your problems and you work with me, then I cannot solve them by increasing your money, yet your input is very little. So I started observing, just without doing business with excitement. Yes.
I think most of us at times, and this is for the business owners and entrepreneurs, I keep telling people, when we are hiring people, when you look at your staff members, at the end of the day, how much revenue are they bringing in the business? Because at times I keep telling people, pay someone depending on the revenue they're doing, bringing in the business. Because you can't hire someone and they're not literally doing anything to add to the business, but you're constantly giving them, like you're paying someone maybe 1 million shillings. But when you look at the revenue that they brought into the business, it's not even 200,000. What exactly are you doing? So you sit down and wonder, you're like, how much revenue did you actually bring into the business before I get to start paying you and act, oh, you're nice. So what if you're nice? Being nice does not put money on the company's bank account. Oh, you have many problems. What am I supposed to do about it? You're not performing. So most of the times with entrepreneurs, I think the people that have really got it have got it. You can't be increasing people's salaries depending on emotions. Emotions don't put food on the table. Emotions don't grow the brand. Emotions don't build the business. So we are going to pay you depending on how much income. You can even work for 5 years and you still earn that 1 million. But the day you change the revenue which you bring into the company is the day your salary is also going to change. And I like the big companies because for them, they work more on targets. Jackie, this month, if you're not bringing in revenue of 2 million, they strive so hard to give people targets. But for us entrepreneurs, we think our businesses are small and this does not apply to us. And maybe we're like, Jackie, we are kind. You come and sit down and then you tell me how your kids have not gone to school. They will not go to school. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but they will not go to school if you're not really working. Because if I'm bringing in about 5 million of revenue, if I have someone bringing in 5 million of revenue, I have no problem matching up to what you're bringing in the company without me having to work on you using emotions. So entrepreneurs, I think this is something we really need to look into. Like, take your emotions out of the business. Because, hey, it does not help at all. Tell us about Hands of Mar. What do you guys do? Just tell us, make us fall in love with Hands of Mar. Make us fall in love with your baby.
Hands of Mar, we are a unisex salon. We do kids' haircuts, gents' haircuts, ladies' hairstyles. Not all hairstyles, but most of ladies' hairstyles. Then manicure and pedicure, and also train.
Train?
Yes.
Oh, did you have like a school or just random training?
We don't have a school as yet, but we train from the salon. So far, right now we have like 6 students at the moment. So we train people who want to learn hair.
So if I came right now, you train me?
Yes, you come.
It makes me think, if you're not doing the business you're doing, if you're not in the salon business, what would you be doing?
I'd be an accountant. I wanted to be an accountant.
You ready to be an accountant?
I wanted to be an accountant. So, yes.
An accountant.
Yes.
But dreams change. Growing up, I wanted to be engineer Winnie Bianyuma. I thought it was a career. Then as I grew up, I wanted to be a lawyer. Then after wanting to be a lawyer, I was like, At that point, I didn't even know what I wanted to be. I just wanted life to be life in itself. So as I grew up definitely and then got into the business world, I realized, I can do several businesses. If you're not doing, so just me to the question, if you're not doing the salon business, what business would you be doing? Yeah, what business would you be doing if you're not doing the salon business? Does it ever cross your mind that you can do something different? so long.
So, I've known salon for so long that every other business is connected to
To
salon.
salon, every other business is connected to salon.
But I think if I wasn't doing salon, I would either be an accountant or a counseling psychologist, really.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yes.
I've heard of many associations in Uganda. Association of Borders, photographers. Do you have an association? You do have an association. Photographers. Oops, I didn't know that. Association of musicians. There's association of moneylenders. Association of what? I've not had association of saloon.
Because you're not in salon. But it is there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
There's an association. I was going to be like, it's there.
Yes.
Led by who?
I don't know. But I also just found out about it recently,
Oh,
truthfully.
okay. I was going to be like,
It is there.
you're one of the good brands that I know of. By the hands of mine, it's not because she's here, but she's one of the good brands that I know. She's so intentional with her business. If you really want to learn business management, I think you'd want to, get her number and ask her a few questions. That's what I was going to ask. Why didn't you do like the association of saloon, blah, 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 blah?
It's already there.
It's already
It's
there.
already there. Maybe, can we have more than one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's allowed. You have to get your people and then who believe in you and you do something of your own that you feel, you get your values and the things that you want to achieve and you support each other under that. So you said that when you were starting out in the salon business, you felt like Antie Saloon, it was a job of avatar soma. After a while, do you still feel the same?
Nope.
What changed?
No. I believe you can get any job and make it prestigious. I've seen mechanics who look very
Fancy
good, who are
mechanics.
fancy. So even salon, despite that, because very many people know that they tell children, "What is sent again, daddy? Tokola bulungi mu class, genda osome enviiri." But if we, the salon owners and people who work in salons, can work together in ensuring that our jobs are prestigious, we look clean, we organize ourselves, we behave just like the way people in offices behave, it's possible for us to uplift the industry.
What do you mean behave the way officers behave?
You see, if a person comes to the salon and you're just making noise, you're watching Katan Kautandis in the salon, so it will make the whole place rowdy and not so respected. Yet if they come in and you have this serene music playing, just like the one they listen to when they're in the bank, you're clean, putting on your uniform, you greet them properly, tell them to have a seat, and the seat is very clean. So they will understand, because now salon is not just making hair, it is therapy.
When you talk about therapy, I watched a clip a couple of weeks ago. I think it's in Kenya. All I know it was in Swahili, so I don't know if it was Kenya or Tanzania or whatever country it was. And these guys were plating people, but they were in worship. Like they were worshiping, and I'm like, wow, I would want to just go and either sit in that salon, because it was therapy, it was something we've not seen in the salon environment. And I think for someone who is maybe born again, or you're there, you're depressed, stressed, and you stepped out there to do your hair, that is what they call therapy. You'd want, for me it was so beautiful. So when you say salons are a form of therapy, I think would want also, all of us want to walk into a salon and it's calm. And someone is sitting and is like, oh, at least I can relax. But if I need warrior for job, I wouldn't want to go in a salon where it's people on your head and they are talking. How do you avoid that? Because there are like two people on my head, and then definitely binocular and bozy. And at times it's frustrating for the client. How do you avoid that?
We keep talking to them, and if you set up rules without consequences, then the rules will not be followed.
Oh.
So we have the consequences for the actions that you do.
Are you still kind?
I told you kind, but not nice.
So it's not nice, so you set your boundaries. What advice would you give to someone who is out there and probably they want to venture into the salon industry, or they're there and they want to give up, they feel demotivated, they think, what I'm doing is not right. What advice would you give to them?
Okay. I would tell them, salon, just like people say, salon business is not easy, but how come people do it? What are people doing what are people doing differently to manage it well? So I just want to tell them that you have to be ready to learn, especially those who start the salon business without knowing the actual work. You have to be ready to look like a fool, because I was also there. I started my salon, but I don't do hair up to now, yes.
Wow.
So I want you to know that you have to be ready to look like a fool in order to learn. You have to learn from your teammates, you have to learn from your suppliers, you have to learn from different people. So initially you'll be asking stupid questions, but they'll help you, or even your employees themselves will look at you like a fool, but that doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're creating your knowledge. Right now, I can train people in hairdressing. I actually train my staff how to do certain hairstyles, but yet I don't do them myself. So it is just a matter of you researching and
I'm a bit confused.
getting to learn.
If there is anyone who is confused out there like me. You said you don't do hair. Do you know how to plait hair?
No.
But you can train someone how to plait hair. I'm sure there is someone who is confused as I am.
So, like I said, I have read a book called My Personal MBA. And the author of that book said you can train yourself, you can self-train yourself, you can do research, know how something is done. Let's say if I know how this is applied, I can teach you how to apply it. If I know the patterns that they follow to make this hair, I can still train you how to do it. Just like how chemistry teachers teach students, but when they are not medical doctors. Just like finance, people teach finance, like we have finance teachers, but when they don't have businesses, isn't it? Stecho. Oba tekiri bwe kityo. Nyinza okubeera neerimba. Kati abatraining aba doctors, abatraining aba doctors, that is overboard. Naye
Training at doctor's church, I think it's easy.
Abatraining a business. Not all people who train business abasomesa aba entrepreneurship, they are entrepreneurs. That is what I would say.
I hear you loud and clear. There was a time you traveled to Nairobi just to learn. One thing I know about you is that you're always seeking
Neri
out
tujimazeyo. You're asking, but is the other
How about your
question?
question?
Answer, but
Yeah, yes, what
I
you said.
just beat it anyway.
There's a third debate, 2 what? Okay, 3, 2, 1, answer.
One thing I know about you, Jackie, is that you're always seeking out knowledge. I've been to certain environments with you. The other time you travel to Nairobi, I think to study something. What pushes you to go out there on a daily, not on a daily, but you're talking about your quoting books. What pushes you out there to read the books that you read? To seek, because you talked about having mentors in the business, people that have really walked the journey with you. You're always out there trying to look for knowledge. What pushes you? What's the motivation behind of, I have to seek this knowledge, I would rather travel, I would rather seek that mentor, I would rather do this purpose. What is the motivation behind?
No, Sandra, have you seen the world these days?
No, I've not seen the one. Tell me about the world.
Actually, I think Red Banton should come and redo his song. And sing again, that was speed. And sing again, that was speed. That is the truth. So the world is moving very fast, and if you don't do more research, study enough, improve yourself, actually, because you're the engine, as the owner of the saloon, you're the engine, you're the head. And we all know how much the brain is very important to the whole parts of the body. So if you don't keep on reading, researching, getting to meet other business owners so that they can share with you how they're doing it differently, finding out. So for me, that is my motivation, that if I need my salon to improve, then I have to improve. I have to find out what are people in Kenya doing differently, what are people in Nigeria doing differently that we're not doing here. How can I apply it in my business? So that I can move at that speed Red Banton talked about.
You don't want to be left behind.
Yes.
Yeah. So how can, tell someone who's out there and they would want to support Hands of Ma, where are you located? How can they support? Yeah.
We are located in Chura, along Chura Nigeria Road, just opposite IMC Care, the Chura branch.
Okay, if you want to do your hair, do your nails, you want to look beautiful, Chira, opposite IMC, that's where Hands of Ma Saloon is located, to get that mother touch. I always give my guests an opportunity to ask me one random question. What would you ask? Yes, I've been asking you for the last couple of minutes, so it's your turn to ask me just that one random thing.
You're a nice son, Rachel. So I know you're a business owner as well, and my greatest desire is for us to have a support group where, because I know we face very many challenges, sometimes you may not even have anyone to talk to. So when you're faced with a challenge in your business, what do you do to overcome it? Wow. Or to cool down?
To cool down. A long time ago, to cool down, I'd first cry.
It also applies up to now.
I'd first go home, then I cry, then I sit, then I'm like, okay, what next? But for me, each time I'm faced with a challenge, I have mentors. Mentorship for me is key in the business world, because if I don't have mentors, I would not be where I am today, number one. Number two, there are people who have gone and done the businesses that we are doing before us, and they've succeeded. So it's kind of like that GPS. So this has hit, so what do I do? What do I do not to die? Or how do I do? What am I supposed to do for it not to kill me? You get it? So I've been in the habit of seeking knowledge and asking, looking out to the people that I have mentors, I have coaches, people that kind of keep me grounded, that even when I feel like I'm drowning, I'm not able to drown because there is someone that I can readily talk to. Then I have my father. My father has been a great inspiration for me. He's done business for the last, I don't know how many years, more than 50 years. And for me, each time, I remember there's a day called him and I was so eager. I'd gone for a meeting, I got out, I was looking for a certain sum of money, I think I did like 50 AM. With all the kajanja, first he listened. And then he's like, do you think that people that you're admiring and you want to innovate and do all, started the way you started? And then he started asking stories. And by the time the phone call ended, my Kasigiri had like, calm down. So for me, mentors have played a very, very, very big role in this journey. Without them, I don't think I would exist. That's so you have to build, I can say I've built a good support system for myself, that each time the waves come, I have people to absorb the waves, like, So I'm on the search of constant knowledge, and I try to make sure that almost every 2 years my mentors get to change. Why? Because I keep telling people it's okay for you to outgrow your mentors, because they can take you to a certain level, but they may not be able to take you to that higher level. And then most importantly is the Holy Spirit and having a business altar. I keep telling people, I can't stand here and not talk about the business altar. For me, having the Holy Spirit and setting up a business altar, I feel like God is in my business story, because he's key and he's the one that builds there is that part in the Bible where it says that unless God builds, the builder builds in vain. So if God is not building me, if God is not building my business empire, if God is not building, I'm building in vain. And all the wisdom, I think it's in James, the book of James, where it says that it's God who gives wisdom. So for us to get that divine wisdom, because we can have all the wisdom that we want, but if you do not have the divine wisdom, then you're bound to error in the business. So for me, having a business altar, mentors and coaches, and most importantly, the Holy Spirit, they've been key in shaping my business journey. Yes. Jackie, I want you to tell those guys there to subscribe, to follow, you know.
Please, guys, follow Sandra Tukirize on our YouTube channel to receive more entrepreneurship knowledge, more insights on how to operate your businesses, to improve them so that we can win together. And please follow her on her TikTok page. She also shares some things there. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, you're going to subscribe, you're going to share the link, and do not forget this dressed by Nita Fashions. If you're out there and you're looking for nice clothes, Nita Fashions, Junction Mall, Chureka, F14 is the place to get all your outfits. And shout out to the best photographer in town, the lens doctor. If you're out there, you have a function, you want to do podcasts, you're looking for fancy, what are they called? Graduation photos, you're looking for birthday photos, the lens doctor, then also Zakala. The lens doctor is your plug. He's in Italy, and trust me, he's reliable. You can really, he's reliable. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye.